as you guys can see, you guys can, it's very, you know what? This kind of reminds me of, you guys know, thank you for the love. Isn't it pretty? It's really pretty, right? This kind of reminds me of the pottery classes when you see the person like putting their hand in and it's like forming the vase and like you can see how it's structured, how it goes up and down, up and down. Isn't it like that's what this reminds me of? Like this makes me think of someone literally. And now, granted, this is probably like a brass or a some type of metal container. This is definitely not clay, but this reminds me of those clay, pots that we would see that people would form. And I just love the curves on it. I always want to take it. Me too. Me too. The I've always just kind of seen people do it like on either on social media or just like in a movie like Ghost. You guys know the classic movie Ghost, right? We all know Ghost. When she was like, it's just so very calming and soothing to watch. Maybe it's just me, but I thought it was so calming and soothing. So something like this, whenever I like look at it, it just kind of reminds me of that process that it takes to get this. Also, people probably could think of it as like a glass with those glass blowers. They can just blow into hot air, those I mean into hot glass objects, and they just make this round thing. That's another thing I kind of think of when I see vases like this. I'm sorry, vases like this, but I think it's kind of pretty. So for me, what I realized is that I don't have an end table yet, but I have what I did do. I'll show you guys. And oh, hey, thank you guys. I'm just sorry. I'm just realizing what you guys are doing. So what I did do is because I have a can't even see. I do have like a white countertop. So what I decided to do is I have one on each, and I took them off for today because I wanted to be able to present them to you guys and like actually have you see them. But what I did, sorry, that's my celery that I'm planning to grow. I'm trying to learn how to do plants and stuff like that. So, but that's beside the point. So I like to put it right here. This is where I had it. And when I realized I saw people put like leaves in it, kind of like even in this picture, there's like a leaf. And I actually have one of my plants. And so what I did is like put a little bit of water in this, just a little bit. It's probably nothing to actually keep a plant in. And I thought that was kind of cute just for the aesthetic of it. I've seen people take like the books that we're reading, like we do have a coffee table, and I was going to present my coffee table with one of the other items. But I was going to take some of the books that I have in my coffee table and kind of like stack them a certain way. I'm pretty sure everyone has seen that aesthetic of like stacked books and then a candle on top, or stacked books and what are those called? Those rocks that people like to charge in the windowsill. Clearly, I don't do it, but like it's those rocks that people just you guys know what I'm talking about. It's just like little minimalist decor that people like to do. So I thought this was actually really pretty. So I want to try it out for myself. I feel like the one in the picture looks way better than the little leaf that I have. This is actually from my plant. I named him Hercules, so he's giving me like a piece of his a piece of his arm just for a presentation for today. But what I try to do the same thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does that look okay? Because I put one gold vase here and I put the other gold vase on the other end of my countertop because I like how it looks. Like, granted, we already have a gold wall. It's our statement wall in our home. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna like make this a bigger so you guys can actually see what my living room looks like. All right, so how does that like? Can you guys kind of see? Like we have like white chairs. We have this brown art piece that my friend gave me. We have like a white table. Granted, we are still considering if we're gonna like hang this up or not, but I like it right here. I kind of really like it in the corner because you walk into my apartment and you see it and just like, oh wow, like you notice it's kind of like a side thing. And then we have our white bar stools. My roommate was even considering spray painting the legs of the bar stools gold just to keep it gold on gold, but she hasn't gotten down to it yet. And I'm not the DIY person, so I let her do her thing. But when I bought these, well, these came into the mail, these goals. She was just like, oh, I absolutely love them. So I'm happy that she's happy. I forgot those were there. I'm happy that she's happy that, because we have nice gold accents. Because the only gold thing we really have is like our coffee table, our wall, and that's really it. We really don't have too much else just yet because, as you all know, decorating, like when you guys move into anywhere and just buying furniture, buying things that you need, pots, pans, silverware, cups, just a vacuum, a TV, a lamp, all of that really just, it kind of just gets really expensive. So the last thing people really want to think about is like, okay, how do I want to present my home as my style? And sometimes it doesn't always look like that for the first couple of months, maybe even for the first couple of years, because you're still getting situated. It just gets so expensive, as you guys can see. But something like Easton Studios, just like this, it's so pretty. And it's only, let's see, on this live, it's 24. Oh, you see it now? It does. It definitely does add up quickly. All right. Like, see, so you guys can see it. Okay, good. All right. Probably because I have like a candle. Like, we do have a candle. We are a candle family. I'm probably going to have to buy some more candles because I was even considering getting like a candle to put in one of the, actually, let's talk about that, the candlesticks. So, this is the next object. Let me actually bring the phone closer. This is actually the next object that I got from Easton Studios. And I promise you, I got these are the vintage inspired